Although setting up the plane table is one of the trickiest things you have to do, if you remember the following, you'll keep the whole process straight. Remember that the location of the pin on the drawing board in relation to the 11 by 17 inch drawing surface is similar to the location of the plane table in relation to the real world area to be mapped. So, just to summarize locating the pin, we're going to locate the pin on the drawing board in the same location that the plane table is in the real world.
After we've determined the location of the pin on the drawing, what we want to do is locate where we want to put a marker directly under that pin in the real world. Now what we do is we look down, we're going to place one of our small stakes right in line with our pin. Okay, you bring the pin down and then you're going to be right at the stake. And then what we want to do is come around to the other side. We eye up the pin, and then below it is where the stake should be. This doesn't have to be all that precise. If it's within a foot, you'll probably be good, because our drawing is probably only going to be accurate to the nearest foot. But you want to try to get this located as close as possible, right directly underneath the pin. After we locate the stake, which shows where the location of the plane table is in the real world, we mark it with red. Well, I marked it in red. Of course, the main reason that we have this spot located is to mark the starting point from which all our measurements are taken. So if we're using our tape measure, we'll put the starting point here, and also if we're walking out a distance, we'll start our stepping from this point. Well, not actually this point, but it will be, we'll go to the side of the tripod and estimate where this point is. We'll use it as a starting point. We locate this point so that we can come back at a later point in time after we've designed our garden, and we can set our plane table up again in the same location and project back out into the landscape our design of plants, trees, and shrubs.
Some other reasons to have this plane table location marked in the real world with a red stake is that if we have to stop on account of rain or some other reason, then we want to be able to come back and set our plane table up at the same location. Also, we might want to check a few measurements and be able to come back, set our plane table up, and check some of our measurements if they don't agree with each other.